minute for everyone to get started, and then we're going to rock and roll. I see my admins all here, so be respectful. You're going to get kicked, all right? Guys, we up here in Northern Canada. I'm Top Edge Ace Marsh. This is my featured show called Heart Rate every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after the rundown where you find out who gets their new top badge, rumor bus, and all that kind of jazz. I am up on my way to go camping. My heart's racing right now because I'm pacing around in a park, which is super cool because I'm just so excited for the weekend. That's my first time getting away in over a year. I really, really highly recommend it. My heart's racing just with the anxiety of awesomeness, just thinking I'm out of the house and like I'm with real humans. Crazy. Anyways, this is Heart Rate, guys, 4 p.m. every Friday, 8 till 5. We usually run a fave party afterwards, but today we will not be doing that because I got to get back on the road and get the heck up north to Tobermory so I can go camping. Please hit myself with a favorite. Please hit my awesome guests with a favorite. Today we've got Trucker George, we've got Queen Vampy, and we also got, who else is on my show? Who else on my show? They ain't here, that's why. They ain't here. They ain't here. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We got Smokeahontas, and all these people I know be going for their top badges. So, you know, make sure you hit them with a fave. Check out their streams. Please also hit my admins with a favorite. We've got Beautiful Blessings, Top Badge Beautiful Blessings. We got Emoji J. We've got Deadshot. We've got Dreammaker, and we've got Ace Sarah. All right. Y'all ready to get this show on a roll? Let's go. Can I get my first? Stop moving. You're making me dizzy. Okay. Sorry. Can I get my first guest to request the box? Actually, can I get all three guests to request the box? You're lagging bad. Uh-oh. Well, this is what we get today, guys. I'm sorry. I don't really have a choice.
What up?
Mr. Trucker George himself, guys. Please hit him with a favorite.
What up, Ace?
You know what, guys? Because I'm out here, I'm actually going to speed up the show today, and we're going to make this an interesting one.
Hi.
We don't have three of y'all
Vampy.
in the box. We normally don't do.
Goober.
So for the two guests, while the other guest is speaking, telling their story, I'll just ask you guys, you know, simmer down and
Okay.
down and yeah. Before we get started, guys. Oh, I said. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can.
No, we
Can you
can.
hear me? Not bad. That's my big fingers. Yeah, before we get started, guys, can I please ask you all to just briefly introduce yourself, tell people how long you've been on the app, where they can find you, and when they can find you on, and yeah, if you have any goals that are coming up that people can help you with. Why don't you start off, Trucker George?
All right. Well, my name is Trucker George. I've been on this app since April of 2021. You can find me anytime during the day unless I'm really home, because when I'm home it's me time and I don't care about my phone. I'll literally leave it in the car for 2 days. Everyone comes to my stream because I have a dog that's amazing and everybody loves my dog. Everyone doesn't care about me, so it's okay. You guys want to hit me with a fave, that's fine. I'll show you my dog. Chelsea's in here. Yeah, see, exactly, everyone's here for my dog,
Aw.
not me. But yeah, what my goal is maybe get the badge, maybe not. I don't care. Goals ain't really my thing on this app. My thing about is having a genuine connection and make some friendships. That's it.
Well, we will never be friends. You're just here for the show. I'm just kidding. Yeah, guys, Trucker George, please hit him with a
Wow.
favorite. He's an awesome guy.
Wow.
Let's go. He likes to joke around a lot, so I'm going to give him a little bit of his own, his own medicine. But
Never
next
heard.
up, we got none other than Smokeahontas. Is that because you smoke a lot? What's the vibe there?
Yeah, it's because I'm 420 friendly. Yes.
Nothing wrong with
Yeah.
that. Myself
So,
as well. That's legal. That's legal.
You
It's
know,
okay.
as banker, that's my fiance. Yes, and you can catch me streaming usually at nighttime. I'm off this weekend, so for 4 days. So I'm streaming all day throughout the day, at nighttime, midday, all of that. But also have an auction coming up tomorrow. But I have a battle royale that I'm going to be in at the end of this month, and I also do fave parties usually on Sundays, and then on Fridays and Saturday nights, I have a glow in the dark party. So it's 5K. Put your name on me, and then everybody that shows up, I let everybody know on Instagram. Like thanks, for coming through, and I give you a shout out on Instagram as well.
Heck yeah,
So.
awesome. Thank you. Well, thanks for being here, guys. Let's get started. I'm just kidding. Debbie, why don't you introduce yourself?
Well, my name is Vampy. I've been on the app since pretty much 2016. This is my second account. I know it's shocker, right? Also, I host my own show every Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern called Vampy Musical Madness. It's my musical game show. I'm actually hosting my first fave party. It's the VGK fave party with me and King Goober on July 9th at 8 p.m. Eastern. So hope you guys tune in for that. This is my first one. I was so excited.
Awesome. Well, you guys heard it here. Please hit them with a favorite. These are three people I can call friends on the app, and I know they're super genuine. So yeah, hit them up. Check their streams out. Let's get rocking and rolling here. I'm Ace Marsh. This is Heart Rate, featured show every Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hit my awesome admins with a fave. Oh my God.
English.
I drank like 5 different energy drinks, and I don't even know. We up here. We got heart racing over here. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you all being here. I do see you. I cannot really, comment on the chat or the gifts, but I, appreciate every single one of you guys for being here. Let's go. First off, we got Trucker George. He's gonna give you a story that's gonna make your heart race.
All right.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe you guys think? You think he's got a good enough story to compete with you guys or what?
I'm sure.
Well, we'll find out, right?
All right, let's go, Trucker George. The floor is yours,
All right.
my man.
So back in 2017, it was back in 2017, May 23rd. I was in South Carolina. If anyone's here in South Carolina or just in the Carolinas in general, you guys know how bad the weather can get when it's raining. I was cruising down the highway. I made a left coming onto a different highway. Not gonna drop highway names and all that, so you guys don't know. The truck in front of me, I was following him. That was my dad, actually. There was a car around the bend in the middle of the highway. My dad hit the car. My dad split the car in half. We pulled over on the side of the highway. It was middle of dark, couldn't see it or anything. So we pull on the side of the highway. We're running up to it. I'm on the phone with 911. My dad's throwing flares. And when we're going to the car, there was 4 young girls, maybe the ages between 20 to 23. We're trying to get the bodies out. They're not bodies; they were still alive, just banged up. We're putting neck brace. Luckily, I carried neck braces and stuff like that with me because medical kit. You never know. So
Did you just say we were trying to get the bodies out and these people are still alive? Come on. Man.
Yeah, I know.
Come on, man.
They were unconscious. Okay, they were unconscious. So we did what we had to do. 911 came. When we're putting the bodies on the other side, the people on the other side of the guardrails, right, laying down. A ambulance from a nursing home came around the corner and hit the car again. Right. So now, this car got hit 3 times. We're pulling. When I got the last girl in my hand, I hear my dad, "Son, watch out." I turn around. A state trooper hits the car. The car spinning after me. I jumped over the guardrail. I woke up 2 days later in a hospital. I'm all banged up. I was unconscious for 2 days. Yeah. When I woke up, I was freaking out. But just that whole time, it reminded me when I was serving in the military in 2007 in Afghan. We got hit with an explosive, and it just triggered hey, we need to get these guys out. We need to get them out of the kill zone and all that. So my adrenaline was extremely high. The report said when I fell over the guardrail, I hit my head on the rock. I got back up and walked into the ambulance myself. Don't remember that at all. All I remember is I turned around and I saw the car. That's all I remember is looking at the car, and that was it. Everything was blank. I knocked out all my teeth on the side right here. Didn't break anything, just the side of my teeth. Um, and yes, if people in here that know me, if you guys are wondering if my dog was safe, my dog was in the truck. My dad had him for the 2 days. Everything was good with my dog. Um, yeah, that's one of my stories. And I don't ever drive South
Amazing.
Carolina ever again.
Amazing story. Definitely got my heart pumping. So you basically saved some people's lives and almost lost yours in the meantime.
Mind you, when I was in the hospital, the four girls, they're all sisters. Their mom and dad checked up on me just as much that they checked up on their own daughters. They brought me food. They made sure that I was taken care of. Like I had my own, like, anybody here Hispanic knows about the big Mexican blankets and all that. Yeah, they brought me one. Like they took care of me and all that. Beautiful. They were an amazing family taking care of me.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for sharing your story. Obviously, that's
Appreciate it.
not one that normally would, people share it because it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to go through something like that. That's traumatic. It's trauma. And obviously with it being like a PTSD related story too, right? So that's exactly what we love on here, guys, is people telling real stories that are going to get your heart racing about experiences that are close to near death, saving someone's life. It could just be a vacation you went on and you had a wicked experience. It could be skydiving. It could be anything. We always are looking for people to be on the show. It's great exposure for you as it's featured. You know, our view counts are slowly getting there. Today is actually, pardon me, today is actually the biggest view count we've ever received. We're almost at 100 viewers in 15 minutes. So bless all you guys for being here and sticking around. Sorry. Choking, heart racing, adrenaline. We're good. All right, next up, guys, we got Smokeahonis. Take the floor. The stage is yours.
So, I will say, well, there's a couple, but I will say the main one that I'll talk about
you got lots of time. Tell as many stories as you want. You have about 10 minutes to 15 minutes each slot. So
a little background was my brother was murdered. He was homeless. Because of that, I had got really active in MMIW, which is murdered and missing Indigenous people and women and men, and so I also reached out to the homeless people. I would also help, like whenever they would, like warming centers, I would always provide, because I used to coupon at the time, so I used to always provide for like toiletries and all that stuff for them. Well, back in 2021, 2022, my oldest son had a basketball, I think it was practice coming up. So I was packing the car, getting ready to take the twins to my aunt's house. And mind you, it's December and it's an ordinary day, and I got them all ready, and I'm putting the pull-ups into the car. And I was like, what's that smell? And it smells like fire, but there was also a fire that was like a couple blocks down. And so I didn't think nothing of it. And I just thought, how that after smell is. And so I just thought it was that. And I'm putting stuff up there, and the kids are still inside the house. And at that time, I look over and there's like a little fire like this big. And so I go in and I'm trying to open my water hose to get it going. It's not turning on. And so I'm yelling at my oldest son, hey, go grab that pitcher of water and come bring it here. I'm just thinking it's a little like a grass fire or something that had popping on top of the porch. So I pour that on. As soon as I do that, the fire just goes from that to up blazing in seconds. Mind you, my children are all inside, all 2 children. So I'm freaking out, and I'm like, come help me get my kids out. My neighbors are like just watching me. And luckily one of the other neighbors that just pulling in was like, oh crap, so he's running. And I go in there and I get the kids, because at this time it started to get kind of scary in there, but like because of the fire went really fast, but it's still at the point to where I blocked in the doorway so that way they wouldn't get burned. I got them out, but then one of the twins, he got freaked out by the sight of the fire and ran back inside. And by this time, because I had a drop down ceiling, tiles start coming down at this time. So when I run right back in to go see him, it is pitch black dark inside the house. Luckily he had on those light up shoes, but I could hear him screaming, and I could all I could see is just basically the blinks of the shoes. And so I'm rushing, I'm like, where you at? Because all I kept thinking is like, I gotta hide him from the carbon monoxide. I gotta get him out of here. I finally am able to find him, go find him, and I'm trying to go for the windows, trying to get him out, because mind you, front door is completely engulfed in fire. Check the windows. The windows are all nailed down and painted down shut. And at this time, I'm trying to go through the house. I can't see anything. It's just pitch black dark. All the windows were completely just smoked. So I'm trying to go to the back door, get to the back door, and then it's jammed. Fire trucks, the firemen are there, but apparently the firemen didn't have no water inside their fire trucks. So they're not even able to get the fire out. The neighbors are coming running over there. They're like, she's got the kid, you know, she's stuck inside the house, and the door's jammed. And I'm trying to throw stuff at the window. It's not opening at all. They're able to finally get the door open just a little bit. So I grab my son and I throw him, you know, get him out. And I'm like, ain't no way I can go through there. So I, by that time I had got fainted, but they had kicked open the door just in time, right in the nick of time. And they got me out. And as we're coming out, I hit up the candle sale at Bath and Body Works. And I had all these candles lined up in my living room. So we're passing to the front of the house, but there's like a big old window. And that window, all those candles they were so hot, they started exploding everywhere. And there's, you know, it shattered. And I'm very, very happy that my kids were not, you know, they didn't have carbon monoxide poisoning. They didn't have no cuts. They did not get no burns, like anything. I'm really, really glad about that. On the other hand, like I was just in shock, and I was making sure they were okay. By the time the ambulance got there, you know, they're just like, you need to, you know, they're like freaking out about me. And I'm like, no, check on my kids first. And, you know, they got checked out. I did get carbon monoxide poisoning, but I had gashes, and I still have scars on here, but I was completely burned on this left side of my face and the left part of my arm and the left side of my legs and stuff like that too. And there's no, I had no shoes on, so we lost completely everything inside that house. And then, like, I had to go take a lot of, I want to say like the eyelash row or stuff like that after that. And it was probably literally like 2 or 3 months after that, I got into a car wreck with my children, and that also caught on fire. But it was kind of crazy.
Wow.
And it had knocked me out because it was an impact, and it just, my son had woke me up and said, Mom, the car's on fire. First thing I thought was grab the kids. We got out of there, you know, grabbed them. And then luckily there's like no real damage on them again, except for like one of my twins, he got cut right here underneath his eyeball, but it was just like right underneath, because if it was up any, it would have damaged his retina. So I'm really glad about that. So
I mean,
yeah,
the fact that you're optimistic and still optimistic to this day, you know, with everything that actually happened, and then you still make your name about it too, which is even more bad. You know what? But like, we love that. That's awesome. That's exactly the kind of stories that we love to hear. Obviously, we don't love what happened, but you know, the fact that you're able to share that story maybe can help save someone else's life in the future or be more aware. And yeah, guys, it's fire and smoke and carbon monoxide, which is undetectable, other than unless you have a detector. Like, that stuff is serious, guys. So be careful out there, for real.
So I always check the windows. I check,
you know what I'm saying?
all of that
So
now, big time. Yep.
Yeah.
And always have that emergency
I'll jump in
plan.
quickly for just a couple seconds before we get to Grampy. You got it. Yeah. So thank you for sharing, Smokeahontas, guys. Please hit her with a fave. You know, that was definitely heart racing, but you know, in a different kind of way than Trucker George's and whatnot, right? So we love it. We love to see it. So thank you for sharing, and thank you for being brave to do that. Queen Vampy, before you get started, I'm just going to share a story about fire and smoke, actually, from my childhood, because it just kind of brought that up in my head. I actually kind of forgot about this, probably intentionally, because it was pretty rough to watch. So, I was 14 in grade 9, and I went to hang out with my friend because he was moving to the Yukon, because his mother was getting remarried to a guy that lived in the Yukon, and he was moving them all out there. So before he left, he had all this racing fuel, because he used to do like the remote control racing, RC racing, but with like jet fuel ones or whatever. And he did like the little mini planes that you could actually fly with jet fuel. And pretty intense stuff. Like, he was like a professional hobbyist. I don't know what you call it, Anyways, so he had all this extra jet fuel, and he was always like pyro and that kind of guy. So he's like, "Yo, boys, come before I go. I got to get rid of all this kind of stuff." Well, he literally made it into like a firework, which turned into basically a self-homemade bomb, which he didn't know. I saw it, was not feeling comfortable around it, walked away, and I was just out of range when he lit that thing. It blew up in him. He lit up on fire. All of his clothes. I watched his skin start peeling off his face, his body. He had is it first or third degree, whatever the worst is, on his entire front of his body. The back, not so much. It's to the point where his skin was peeling. And I got so freaked out, I like shut down and like I didn't even know what to do. I blacked out and I don't know. And then I came to it, and he's just sitting there, going like he was like in shock, so he didn't even know. And like after he put the fire out, rolling around on his like bare skin, he didn't know what to do, and we're like, we got to get you home. We got to get you home, which is down the road. We walked there. And we got him home, and the first thing he did, he ran past his mom, and his mom started freaking out. He jumped in a cold shower, which is not what you're supposed to do. So if you can imagine that serious pain, he's literally dying with burns on his whole body. He jumps in a cold shower, and as we call it an ambulance, and we got him out, and the ambulance came. He had to get skin grafts on his entire body. He was in the hospital for a year and 2 months. You would see him today, you would never even notice he ever got in an accident. Which is crazy. But I just wanted to share that. So yeah, that's definitely another heart racing situation. But next up, guys, we have Queen Vampy. Before we get to her stories, I'm Ace Marsh, your host. This is Heart Rate, featured show every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. These are my 3 amazing guests. Please hit them with a favorite. They're all streamers as well. I'm pretty sure they're all daily streamers going for their top badges. So, show them some love. Go check them out. I know some of them are doing shows, fade parties, all that type of stuff. So we'll have you guys plug that at the end of the show. But other than that, guys, next week's show is not scheduled. We're canceling it next week. I will be at the airport. So just so everyone knows, next week, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m., y'all are off the hook, all right? You don't got to be here. We will be returning to the show the following week. So if you guys are looking to be as a guest, we are starting to book up pretty heavy for the next month. So, get your chance in there. Let's go. It's summer. You got a lot of stuff that you can be outside streaming like this. You know what I mean? Get outside, guys. It's important. It's healthy. It looks like it's going to start raining too, which is
Uh-oh.
We're going to stay for it too. Anyways, guys, this is Heart Rate. Let's get this rolling. I can't acknowledge the comments or the chat or the gifts, but I appreciate y'all for being here. Shout out to the top 3 of the stream. We have Robin Hood, we have Top Badge Nikki Nix, and we have Sarah. Make sure you hit him on with a fave as well, guys. All right, let's get this rocking and rolling. We now have Queen Vampy. Why don't you just briefly, one more time, because it's been a while since everyone came in, introduce yourself and get rocking and rolling with your story.
All right. Well, my name is Vampy. I've been out for a lot of years, but I'm gonna combine these 2 stories because they both were short. They were so one happened like in 2016. I was on a Bible trip with the school, high school, went to Six Flags for the first time. And I'm scared of heights. What can I say? I'm scared of heights. And so my Bible teacher was like, I want everyone to ride this first ride. This was in Atlanta, Georgia, by the way. The first ride was the Goliath. The Goliath is the biggest roller coaster at Six Flags in Georgia. So when it was sitting us on like their seats and stuff, they ended up putting me in the front row, the very front of the roller coaster ride. Yeah. So
I'm an all-in type of guy. So if you go and do it, you got to go all in.
Right.
Oh yeah. I mean, I was just like, it's okay. Like y'all could do this. Like y'all could cuss if you had to, whatever. He was cool with it because we was on our first ride and it's the biggest one out there. So everyone was seeing everything. But let's some more to it though. When the ride started going, and I was like freaking out, panicking, my heart was racing pretty much. Next thing I woke up and I was already on the ground, like literally on the ground. But here's the thing, I passed out while on the ride. I blacked out throughout the whole entire ride, pretty much.
And then
they had to carry me. They carried me out. Yes.
Did they at least finish the ride with you passed out, flopping around?
Apparently so.
I don't know about
apparently
y'all,
so.
If you go on YouTube or TikTok or any of those places or Instagram or anything like that, obviously stay here to stream, guys. We're promoting this app only. but if you go check out videos of people going and passing out on amusement rides, it's wild. It's funny. So they wake up, like it's crazy. Sorry, Bambi, keep going.
But no, so apparently the person who was sitting next to me was making sure I was good. You know, they kind of hold me back throughout the ride, so they made sure I wasn't, you know, flopping around as much. But they told me what happened. They told me what happened after, like, they got off the ride, and like, yeah, you was in like literally blacked out. You were in shock. Like, oh my gosh, it was pretty scary to me. Not gonna lie. Just waking up, you was on a roller coaster, and you wake up and you were like outside where everyone is around, just watching you as you come into. Like, what happened?
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, roller coasters and rides, regardless, and amusement parks and all that type of stuff that's an adrenaline junkie's dream, right? Like,
yeah,
that's what they're made for. They're made to get your adrenaline pumping. If you go on a roller coaster or a ride and it ain't getting your adrenaline pumping or getting your heart racing, then it's definitely not the one that you should be going on if you're looking for that. Like, I've gone to the carnival before, and you go on those little kiddie rides, but then you all of a sudden see that there's like the thing you're holding on to is actually a wheel, and you can twist that thing.
Yeah.
You know? And then you start going, and you're like, by the end, you're all sick and puking. You're like, that was the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah,
I'm that guy. But anyways, so yeah, I wouldn't be passing out on it, but I'll be the one puking at the end. Because
I was terrified.
I went to Costa Rica on a vacation, which also is my favorite place that I've ever been in my life. But yeah, I went there, and we went up on a real life volcano, and we what's it called? Ziplined across the volcano. Like, it wasn't active, right? In the jungle of freaking Costa Rica. It was amazing. And what everyone does is they get strapped in and they go normal, or they go no hands, right? Well, I'm like, yo, is there anything that I can do? Like, are you guys allowing me to like do something extra? And they're like, yeah, sure. Have you done this before? I'm like, oh yeah. And I never did it before.
That's wild.
Turned me upside down and backwards. Oh yeah, and I got pictures of it hanging upside down like this.
Oh no.
You know what I mean? It's just crazy. But yeah, so it was super cool. I've also skydived. I've jumped out of airplane 15,000 feet. I recommend doing all this type of stuff, guys. I mean, you could be scared, but you could also die tomorrow, and you're gonna be like, dang, I wish I did that. And the chances of you getting in an accident in a vehicle are way, way, way higher than any sorts of those type of things. The chances of any kind of vehicle that you're on getting in an accident is way higher than you doing anything, or just walking down the side of the road. Jump out of a freaking airplane, y'all. Jump off a cliff. Let's go. Up, smell the fresh air. These are my three best. Trucker George, Smokahontas, and Queen Vampy. Let's go. Guys, this is Friday. Every single Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do this right till 5 o'clock. We run a fave party that goes right till 9 o'clock, normally with 4 live DJs back to back to back to back. And you can also box up during my fave party. And, you know, gifting's not required, but always appreciated. So shout out to all y'all in here showing some love. I do see you guys and all the comments as well, and all my viewers. I appreciate you guys being here every week and, you know, continuing to support the featured show program and myself. If anyone has questions about the featured show program or wants advice or knowledge, I'm always here for that. I love helping people, you know, gain knowledge on the app and growing together. So let's go. Except for Trucker George. We don't like him.
Okay, you listen here, you Canadian.
I'm just kidding. I just want to pick on him today. I got to pick on someone.
Don't forget his feature.
Right, guys, this is the part of the show. This is the part of the show where we get into the scenario-based portion. All right.
Okay.
And I just so happen to be standing in a helicopter landing pad. I don't know if you see this.
Yep.
These are all the lights. I pulled over in a random park, and I ended up in the middle of a helicopter pad. So I don't know why, because these lawn marks are all done in circles because of the helicopter, or maybe that's from the wings or the whatever propellers going. Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm standing in the very middle right here, and I feel completely like I'm in the middle of a crop circle. So I'm going to get a little extraterrestrial on this one. This is the first time I've ever done this. But this is the scenario. And this is the scenario portion of the show for anyone that's new here. What we do at this portion is I give you guys a real life scenario or a made up one, but something that's realistic, okay? Or something that you've at least heard of, or there's been a movie on, or superstitions, or whatever, right? Stories, myths, that kind of stuff. And you guys have to answer how you would escape, deal, or cope with that situation. But you're trying to win the crowd over, not giving a real answer to the thing. This is how I would really do it. You want to give either a goofy answer, a funny answer, a serious one, but throw in some like wildness. But the whole point is to get them to vote for you at the end of it, because we're going to do a poll, and you guys actually win the biggest prize ever. It's called absolutely nothing. So yeah, cool, right? I know.
Just like my life.
Got your heart racing, didn't I? Well, welcome in, guys. I'm Ace Marsh. This is Heart Rate every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm up here in Northern Canada. We going camping, so stick around for some festivities this weekend. It's going to get wild. Please don't judge me, because it's going to be messy. Anyways, that's not for the show. That's for later on. Thank you for my 3 guests for being here. Please hit them with a fave. Hit my awesome admins with a fave. Please kick that guy out, and let's keep on moving. Other than that, shout out to Happy Pride from last month, but we're moving on now, so that's not appropriate right now, but we're going to move on. Anyways, guys, you guys ready for this? I'm in a crop circle. Okay. I'm in a real life crop circle. It might have been human made, but okay. This is what happens. You own a farm. Cornfield, to be exact. You're out here checking your crop out. You're walking through. All of a sudden, in the middle of your fields, you find this random crop circle. In this crop circle, there's a hole, and you find a meteorite or whatever. I think it's called a meteorite when it's done and landed. No,
meteorite.
You guys are all like, yeah. That's it. You don't know.
Seems about right.
It's okay. Meteorite.
Yeah.
Comet.
Meteorite.
Whatever they're called. Those things from outer space that land and hit us and damage. So you find one of those. You're the first person on scene. It's on your property. What next? Chuck or George? You're gonna go first.
Of course, you want to put the best in first, not last. Everything's all reversed in Canada. Kilometers, centimeters. I don't know why. Okay, so.
By the way, so is the rest of the world. You guys are just different, but anyways.
No, we're right. Okay, so the first thing I would do. This is probably around anywhere from 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. because that's the only time apparently UFOs fly at the middle of Iowa.
Well,
all right.
It doesn't have to be I never said you saw a UFO.
But hold on. It's my story.
But you can say that you saw one.
It's my story.
I know. I know, but I just want to tease you. Well, I told you I'm picking on you.
It's okay, bro. Yeah, mute yourself. The first thing I would do is check up all my cams, because any true farmer will have cameras set up all over the place. You'll never find them because there are thieves. First, I would check all my cams. I would see if anything picked up. I would go up to it. I would make sure I have something with me, like a sledgehammer or something, because I'm dumb and I want to break something. So I'll probably try to break the meteor. If it doesn't crack, I would use one of my tractors, pick it up to scoop it up, because I wouldn't want my hands to touch it, because you don't know if it's radioactive. Usually anything that falls out of the sky does have a radioactive signal.
I'd lick it right away, just saying.
Huh?
I said I'd lick it right away, just saying.
See, Canadians like to lick things, but yet I don't hear women tell anything good about Canadian men.
All right, moving on.
You start this with me. All right, I'm allowed to finish. Go ask the British. So I would scoop it up. I would try to, see if any cracks open. And if it doesn't crack open, I would call a friend over. We all have that one friend that likes to blow things up or light things on fire. So call my buddy up. His name is Steve. All right. His name is Steve. Steve would come over with some tannerite. We all know what tannerite is. Yeah.
No.
You don't know what tannerite is? Go Google.
That's demanding.
Tannerite. Yeah, I'm a demanding man. We would blow this thing up like straight smithereens. I wouldn't call anybody. Because here's the deal. You call people about it, and then next thing you know, they're going to try to take over your land. So you got to handle this yourself. So I would go up to another farmer's land with it. and go blow up his crops. So my crop's the only one that's being sold, and he needs help. So I would sabotage somebody, probably like an ex-girlfriend's parents or something like that. Oh yeah. If anybody in the comments saying that they wouldn't do that, they're a liar. Um, yeah, I would just try to blow it up, see what comes out of it. Then I would start digging in the crop circle, in the hole, because you never know
You were
what's else
scared to
in the
touch.
hole.
You were scared to touch this thing, and now you're gonna blow it up,
Yeah, because I don't want to be radioactive.
guys. I love him, but he's done for his story. Okay, Smokeahonis, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna take a cue from Signs and Emma Shaline. Go get me some water and go get some of those baseball bats out of my car and go investigating over there and like swing away. You know,
Just
until that
swing it.
alien. You know, if you're
swing
gonna
it.
stay here, you gotta pay some rent. All right, alien. You ain't living here for free.
I
Hello?
did.
What? I'm about it. Short and sweet. George, honestly, you said so much. I stopped listening.
You know, but that's
Oh
how
my
that's
God.
how I'm gonna handle it. You know, go charge those aliens some rent. Yep. I am see.
Like a true Mexican mother.
Awesome. Okay, guys, remember that Trucker George's story is number 1. Smokeahonis is number 2. And that's your third one. You're all gonna have to vote on this. Vampy, let's hear your answer.
I think
Yo.
honestly, I would have done is go to the meteorite and be like, oh, trying to investigate it myself. And then I see like some green goo coming out of it. Then I touch it and be like, try to smell it or something like that. Like, this is no good.
You
Maybe I
lick
need to
it.
call
You lick it. Let's go.
lick it and maybe like call. I need to call Sam and Dean Winchester. Like, yeah, we got a meteorite in the backyard. Or call Tommy Lee and Will Spill, Men in Black. Be like, we need some help more with more investigations. And I'll turn into like Robert Townsend. If y'all never see Robert Townsend movie Meteor Man, he literally turned into a Meteor Man. Except for that, I'll be Meteor Woman instead with powers and stuff. Just taking over the town and all that stuff because I'm a meteorite just landing in my backyard as a farmer.
I will say I'm a supernatural freak and I love Dean Winchester. That's actually who my son after was Dean.
Really?
Oh, no.
I love Supernatural.
I do
Yeah.
too.
All
Good
right.
show.
Great answers from the ladies. George was all right, decent. You might win though, George. I don't know.
Why am I being harassed?
George, I'm doing this because I'm trying to make you win. I'm trying to make people feel bad for you because I'm picking on you so that you win, respectfully.
Okay.
But don't tell my
you're
secrets.
sabotaging.
All right, guys.
All right, you sabotaging. Got it.
That's what we like to do. We gotta get your heart racing, right?
Yeah.
You sit in a truck all day. We got to do something that's exciting. Come on, man. Anyways,
Who's
guys,
that was sitting
thank
in
you
the
for
truck
being
all
here.
day?
It's easy. Thank you for being here, George. Thank you, Smokeahonis. Thank you, Queen Vampy. I really do appreciate you guys. Hit them with a fave or unfave and refave if you want to make them feel special. You know how it is. Yeah, guys, check them out. Don't just favorite people and don't go to their streams. Go support people. A view does matter. And, especially just say hello. It makes people's day sometimes. And if not, well, bye. Anyways, right? Who's going to win this, guys? Who do you think? Who do you think was the best story? Do you think yours was the best, Trucker George, or do you think one of them was going to win or is better?
So everybody just go ahead and put 2 in there. Put 2.
George has no answer.
One.
Smokeahonis, Vampy.
Oh,
All right, time to vote. Let's go. 1, 2, or 3. 3. 3, 2, 3. Guys, we need you to vote. If y'all are in here and hanging out, please come to the screen and vote. Let's go. Between 3 and 2. 2. Oh. 2. The winner is Smokeahonis. Because Goober just kept doing. What a supportive boyfriend! I love to see it. We're all about that. We're all about them couple goals on here. But respectfully, I think Goober was the only one who voted for you, Vampy. No, I'm just kidding. The winner today.
Princess did.
Let's go!
Yeah,
Congratulations on having the best story. Congratulations. Thank you for not being a flop. Okay, awesome. Guys, I appreciate y'all being here. I'm Ace Marsh. This is my featured show called Heart Rate. We're doing it a little different. We up here in northern Canada, we going camping. So I am going to shut the show down a touch early. We are actually almost at the time anyways. It's 444, angel numbers, mega
Hey,
wave.
let's go.
If you guys haven't been here before, please stick around every Friday for my fave party afterwards. I also have another show on the app that's called Down in the DMs. It's an unfeatured show. It's very toxic, probably the most toxic show on the app, which we will be picking back up next week. So stick around. Baffo, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, guys, it's been a blessed day. Everyone okay, anyways, before we get going, can I just have you guys all just, do a quick plug on any kind of events you got coming up, special things you're hosting, or, that whole 9 yards? Chuck or George, take it away.
I got nothing.
Actually, do you want to be a part of anything? Do you want to be a part of anything coming up?
Anything that you don't have to touch, sure.
The audacity.
If you want to be on Down in the DMs next week?
Wait. What?
So you want to be on Down in the DMs next week?
No, I don't want to be. Emoji J, if you're still in here, brother, hit me up if you need me.
I just need to hand over all my DMs to you guys for Down in the DMs.
Who does Down in the DMs?
I do.
Yeah.
God.
Top Badge. It's hosted by Top Badge, Wildfire, and myself. We co-host it, and it goes from her stream to my stream each and every week. So you get multiple crowds. We have 3 new panelists every week, and basically we expose just the content of the wildest DMs. We don't expose people, their name, just the content, and then our panelists talk their ish about it, and we just have some fun. That's all it is. Unfeatured, by the way.
I'm down.
Oh my God! See how easy, guys. That's why
I like to talk ish. You can ask Smokeahontas. Smokeahontas, do I talk shit?
Oh,
yes, you do.
Language,
We still featured.
Featured
Oh yeah, my bad.
All right, guys. But thank you. That's Trucker George. Hit him with a fave, or don't, because he swears on featured shows. Lose it.
Oh.
No, we love us at Trucker George. I like picking
So
on him,
check.
guys. Please hit him with a fave. Thanks for being on the show, Trucker George. Next up, we got Smokeahontas. Why don't you give your quick plug? Thank you also for being here.
Do I cancel myself or stay?
That's up to you, big boy.
I get my faves that's gonna go for my Top Badge. I do have an auction tomorrow for Diamante's birthday VIP party.
Nice.
That's at 7:30, and then I'm signed up for Carnot Chris's Battle Royale at the end of the month. That's
Ooh.
the 26th at 8 p.m. Water gifts only. I do have Bay parties usually posted on Sundays, but I'm trying to get it like a 4-way party set up pretty soon. But I do this Cooking with Smoke on Saturdays, but I'm actually thinking about considering it to Sundays because of my schedule at work. But on Friday and Saturday nights, I have glow in the dark. Put your name on me for 5K, and then everybody that pulls up, I post your names on Instagram. And so that also utilizes as a fave party because I do send verses out as well during that whole time. So Friday, Saturday nights is crazy.
Amazing. Well, thank you for being here. Always appreciated you coming by. Glad to have you on my show. Hope you enjoyed being here. You're welcome to cruise on out or stick around. But thanks again, guys. Hit it with a fave. Let's go. That's Smokeahontas. And last but not least, Queen Vampy. Why don't you tell us what's coming up? And I bet you there's a list of stuff.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm also admin for shows up as well. Okay, so tomorrow at 11 p.m. Eastern, I'll be on Kev Tactics show called Talk Nerdy to Me. Tuesday, July 9th, I will be on. We'll be having a VGK Fave party at 8 p.m. Eastern, just an hour right before my show, VIP Musical Madness, hosted by myself as well. July 7th, I am on Princess's show. Can't think of the name of it. Sorry. I can't think of the name of it. Let me look. Smarty Pants at 8 p.m. Eastern. There you go. I got it. And then July 13th, I have a Santa's early auction hosted by Top Badge Window. I'm also hosting an open mic with friends hosted by myself on July 12th at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern. And I think that's about it. Probably more than that. But other than that, you might catch me adminning for shows on the app as well. Just to be a prodigy.
Hit her up if you guys want to be on some shows too. We love to see her. Very active in the community. He always has been. Same with her man Goober, and we appreciate that, guys. It's not easy running shows, even if they're featured, non-featured, doesn't matter. Making content on this app, it takes a lot of work. So appreciate the time that people put into it and go support them just by hanging out and commenting, because it is greatly appreciated by us. I know for a fact that everyone that runs a show appreciates when you get your viewership, or else you running it for nothing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, guys, thank you for being here. This was an awesome episode. I hope my Wi-Fi, which is my service, is not too bad. But we are here. I had to make the best of it. But we're gonna shut it down 10 minutes early. I really appreciate everyone in the chat for being here. Shout out to the top gifters of the stream. We got Robin Hood, Top Badge Nikki Nix, and Ace Sarah, my beautiful girl, who's gonna be here in 7 days. Hello. So
Hey.
you'll catch her on my stream with me next weekend. So Fatful, let's go. Other than that, guys,
Let's go.
it's been a blessed day. You'll catch me on stream this weekend. We ain't doing a fade party tonight because I'm going camping with the homies. I'm actually with 2 streamers from the app, so don't be scared to go meet people, y'all. You can become friends. Let's go.
Hey, let's go.
You'll catch all 3 of us. Streaming throughout the weekend, but just like I said, it's going to be a little messed up. So don't judge, okay? But other than that, I actually just got selected for the rookie battle games hosted by Top Badge, Boss Badge, Missy.
Hey.
So it's the rookie battle games. It's coming up August 8th. August 8th. August 8th. They changed it. August 8th. And guys, it's a 5s battle to start, just like she hosted her last one, and it moves into all gifts at the end if you can make it. But I think that we could possibly take this rookie of the year. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go. Here for it.
Respectfully. Anyways, that's a whole story. Also, I got my show down in the DMs every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time that goes back and forth from Wildfire Stream and myself. Check it out. Send your DMs in. Our page on Instagram is down in the DMs 2024. So check that out. Please add me on my streaming Instagram, which is also my personal Instagram, in my bio. That's where all my content's posted. And if I mess with you and you a homie, I'll share your content too. Don't ever forget, guys, subscribe to people too. Support your streamers on the app. Don't be scared to go out there and toss around a subscription or 2 and support some people for a month or longer. Anyways, thank you all for being here. Thank you for being on my show. I'm about to shut it down and go further up north, though.
All right, enjoy the rest of your day, man.
Let's go.